This episode is going to be a bit shorter, but it's probably one of the biggest power spikes I've gotten in a while. I'm pretty excited, so let's get into the video. I was able to get the Evan Link skill to level 3 by leveling them to level 202 and used 8 growth potions I had to reach level 210. Over the past couple of weeks, I claimed multiple lava stone rebirth flames and tried to get super lucky on the ancient slate replica totem. Over 10 weeks, I was able to get 50 flames total, but throughout all my attempts, I never got over 100 flame stat. Kinda disappointing, but with my last flame, I was still able to get stats that benefited my character. Still, I don't regret not doing the last flame box quest. Using Monster Park, I leveled up to 247. Along the way, there was a new event and I got myself some new drip. Because the Neo Tokyo event was ending soon, I claimed the 2 magnificent Typhoon growth potions and saved it for a bit later. After a couple of weeks of hard Magnus, I was able to purchase the Tyrant Lycan boots and potentially up to unique. The jump in stats from the Nova version was huge and will help a lot trying to get Absolabs. On a sunny Sunday, Nexon finally heard my prayers and sent the 5, 10, 15 Star Force event my way. With 5.8 billion mesos, I bet it all. The Fafnir set was a bit of a pain to Star Force as they did not want to level and decided to boom multiple times. After the first boom, I started to listen to Racing into the Night, so you can tell where my mental was at. But eventually, I got the 3 set to 17 stars. With the remaining mesos, I started to prep the items I would transfer into the Absolab set. The Tsukiyomi gloves and shoulder were Star Force to 16 stars each. The Zakun cape gave me the least trouble and was 16 starred with around 133 million. Much stonks, much wow. I purchased the anti-group boots and got them to 16 star without much difficulties. With the gloves, shoulder, cape, and boots 16 starred, I was prepared for the Absolab set. This was such a blessed event and would be the catalyst to my future progression. After a bit of training, I hit level 248 and ensured I hit level 250 using the 2 magnificent growth potions I got. I never hit level 250 before and I don't have friends on MapleStory, so I called up the homies on Discord and had a little party. I am also bad at technology and I forgot to record my own voice.
I'm zooming in on your character.
It's on the main monitor, full screen, locked in.
Okay, that's 249. Alright.
Oh my gosh.
Game crashes. Game crashes.
Whoa. Let the mystical power begin to flow within you. Oh, crazy.
Oh. There you go. Congrats.
Congratulations.
It was really nice to have my friends celebrate this achievement with me, so I'd recommend enjoying these achievements with your friend or guild. During the leveling, my friend was expecting something else to give that extra level to hit level 250. I also wanted something a bit more special as well, so without further ado, bring it on, Damien. The first phase of Damien was pretty straightforward. The 3 moves Damien uses in this form is highly telegraphed, and so it was easier to dodge. I still got hit a couple of times, but it'd be alright. Sometimes if you dodge but are slightly too close, you might still get hit, like this for example. Everything was going great until we hit second phase. I swear that 30% HP bar does not move. It takes so long to bring it down because Damien moves around a lot, and those blue balls lower your damage to 10% when you're touching them. It's so tough, and the moves he uses here are so quick and really hard to figure out what's coming out next, which leads to a seal being placed on you or a one shot. When he spin tornadoes out of nowhere when you're close to him and one shot you, it feels bad. I was so close on one attempt, that 0.6% was so juicy, but I got greedy and it cost me. But eventually, after I played with all my powers, I finally defeated him. To solo normal Damien, I never thought it would happen. It was surreal and I was so proud of myself. After collecting the stones, I was able to get my first piece of Absolabs, the Absolab Thief's Shoulder. And with a quick transfer hammer, I got it to 15 stars. I was pumped after this and decided to verse Lotus next. In order to verse Lotus, you must complete the Black Haven storyline. If you're trying to complete this in one sitting, make sure you have enough time because the story is quite long. After that was done, it was time for Lotus. Lotus's first phase was a bit of pain due to the little robots. They hit you with abnormal statuses when they explode on you. That slight confusion makes it very easy to run into the lasers. I tried using Shadow Bats on different attempts to destroy them, but I feel like they sometimes don't bounce on them or they just don't do enough damage to take them out. My best solution was to use Dark Omens and Shadow Bite to knock them out when they started to pile up. The second phase was a lot easier because of Dark Sight. The falling debris is pretty chill and the pushback didn't do too much. The third phase, oh boy. While similar to the second phase, it's a lot more chaotic. With the multiple one-shot moves and the debris still falling, it became such a pain. I would die to silly mistakes or not seeing the platforms drop. I saved up all my lives up to that point just to lose them all. On the next attempt though, I did a Daboki 1 life special. Gamer juice was flowing through my veins and I was able to get through the whole third phase and win the fight. Even though it was easier than Damien, I felt just as fulfilled. Now for my reward. I kinda got scammed on the drops. At least drop me 2 cores. Guess we have to wait 1 more week. The next week came and I got lucky during the drop and got 3 more cores, allowing me to get both my Absolab shoes and gloves. After transfer hammering them, I got them to legendary. With the enormous gain in stats, I decided to finish up all the bosses in that section, that being Chaos Papalatus and Akechi. Chaos Papalatus has a lot of mechanics you have to learn to be able to fight them optimally, but during my first attempt, I basically bypassed the main ones. I completely skipped through the part where you have to collect time to remove the HP regen in the clock part. Also, I got really lucky by blocking the 2 lasers that make the 1-hit move. I didn't even realize that was a mechanic until I versed Papalatus another time. So overall, I got really lucky. Akechi was a lot easier than all the other bosses in this section, but his boss fight is really unique. The fight changes based on how you approach versing him. A lot of his moves are telegraphed and much easier to dodge. He does have a couple of 1-hit moves, but if you see them coming, you have enough time. Overall, the boss fight is not too bad at all. Just remember to be careful when binding because he'll pull out that damage reflection once he can move again, and give you a taste of your own medicine. With the new weekly bosses done, the total amount I get a week doing the weekly and daily bosses was 1,516,350,000. And that concludes this episode. It's a tad bit shorter because the most prominent things that happen revolve around the boss fights, but holy moly, it feels so good to get the Absolab equips. I never got them before and it's really rewarding to be able to get them. The 5, 10, 15 Star Force event really came in clutch and I progressed so much. The next things to do is get a good familiar potential for bossing an item drop, get 5000 Legion, and try to get strong enough to burst Easy Lucid and Green Slime. Thanks again for stopping by and watching these videos. It means the world to me and I hope to see you all in the next. Bye.